Well, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is good to be back. It's my first time making a video in a while. For those of you may or may not know, I was having some health challenges earlier this year, starting to feel much better. So thank you for those of you who did know and reached out and sent me prayers. I really appreciate it. Today, I'm excited to get back and make a video for you guys. I had originally planned to make a video every week this year. It didn't happen because I wasn't feeling well enough to do so. But I'm really hoping that moving forward, I can make a video for you every weekend. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of people come to me and ask me what it is. It seems really confusing. And I think because the way in which it's phrased in Cooper book, right, is a little bit confusing, but it's actually a very simple topic to understand. By the time you're done watching this video, I promise you're going to fully understand it. It's common bidirectional naming. So stay tuned and we'll go over what it is. Okay, well, you guys can't see me anymore because you spoke and I listened. You said that my video covers the tiles and you guys really want the visuals. So no big deal. I turned my video off so you have the visual. You can read it, screenshot it, use this to study. So we're going to talk about common bidirectional naming. We're going to talk about what it is and why it's so important. First of all, this is a behavior cusp. It's a very important learning milestone for children because it's where they start to acquire generated language, where they can start to really derive language and learn from others, learn from their environment, and not need to be taught everything directly. So there is a prerequisite for common bidirectional naming, and that's the ability to repeat what people say, echoics. Echoics are a prerequisite for bidirectional naming. Now that we know that it has a prerequisite, let's talk about what it is. It's actually really very simple. The idea is that if I teach you the name of an object by listener response training, so for example, I have a gold unicorn on my desk, and let's say you had never seen a horse with a horn on it before, but I taught you when I said, hey, hand me the unicorn. And I pointed to it and I taught you that this gold unicorn was called a unicorn that's sitting on my desk. And I'm actually acting it out, even though you can't see me, right? So then you have learned through that listener response that this is a gold unicorn. So if I hold up the unicorn and say, what is it? You're going to be able to answer gold unicorn, right? So the idea behind common bidirectional naming is that if I teach you the name of an object through listener response training, that you should be able to derive or generate a tact of the gold unicorn without me ever needing to teach that to you. Why? Because you learned what it was when I did listener response training. Now, conversely, if I were to teach you that if I were to hold up the gold unicorn, and again, I'm acting it out even though you can't see me, if I hold up the gold unicorn and said, what is it? And I taught you to respond that it was a gold unicorn, if then I put it on my desk later and said, hey, can you pass me the gold unicorn? You would be able to do that. Why? Because I taught you through tacting what the gold unicorn was. So why is this super important? This is important because we know now that at least for children that are typically developing, that if we teach them something through listener response training, they should be able to tact it without us needing to teach them individually how to tact it. Or if we teach some children something through tacting, they should be able to engage in listener response with that same thing. Now, why is this the case? Because of equivalence relations. This is where our equivalence training comes from. When we have that entire section on equivalence instruction, where we teach things with equivalence instruction. This common bidirectional naming is part of that. But really, again, guys, all it means is that if I teach you listener response, you should be able to tact. And if I teach you tact, you should be able to do a listener response. And that's all it is. So let's look at a question about it. Okay, our question reads, Amanda was taught to tact using a photo of her dog. If she was engaging in bidirectional naming, what should she be doing without any additional training? A, spontaneously tacting dog in the natural environment. B, generalizing dog to another photo of a dog. C, selecting a photo of her dog from a visual field. D, generalizing dog to her actual dog. Well, A, B, and D are all going to be examples of stimulus generalization, right? Saying the behavior dog in the presence of a different stimulus. So tacting a different dog. That's stimulus generalization. Our answer here is going to be C. Bidirectional naming is if I teach you a tact, you can do listener response, or conversely, if I teach you listener response, you can do a tact. And it is important there's no additional training. Okay, guys, well, I really hope you found that video helpful. I hope now you fully understand what common bidirectional naming is. I love making these videos for you. If you have any topic suggestions, please put them in the chat below, because one of the hardest parts of making videos for me is just knowing what videos to make, especially because I have so much information in my deep dive course. I tend to kind of forget which videos I made or which ones you guys are still looking for information on. So just please help me help you by just commenting below with what topic you want me to cover in the next video. Like I said, assuming I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to try to make a video every week for you guys. And thank you again for your prayers. I really do appreciate it. Speaking of my deep dive, it is still in pre-sale. It is not going to be in pre-sale much longer. It is nearly finished. I'm going to finish uploading actually measurement in the deep dive this weekend. So if you still want to get the deep dive at the pre-sale price, this is one of the last chances to do so. So head over to my website, hopeeducationservices.com. You'll get immediate access to everything that's there, and it should be complete within a couple of weeks. So this is your last chance, guys, to get it at a really, really reduced price. So go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys on the next video.